have to hit it twice.
Yeah. Hey everyone. Someone, if you want to check that we're live on YouTube, because I did not bring that up.
Hold on. I got you.
Super sorry, I'm eating in everyone's ears. Hopefully it doesn't crunch too much, but
not yet, but almost.
Let me know. Oh, not yet live or
now we're live. Yeah.
Cool.
Hello everyone.
It took like 30 seconds.
Hello.
Hi.
This is Tackling the TBR Volume 6 with a heavy emphasis on, there we go, these two gems behind me. Yep, Innocent Witness and Under Siege by Julianne Lindsay. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't remember a ton about Innocent Witness because that was the book before the book I just read, which was Under Siege. So
true that.
We're gonna have to jog some memories. But before we get into that, and while I finish my salad, what have you guys been reading lately? What's been on the TBR? What are you looking forward to this next month?
What have I been reading lately?
This. Which is that it took like almost all month to read it. It was
I've been reading these two.
Anything else, Nicole, or no? And don't worry, Liz, we literally just got here. So hello.
Hi, Liz.
Started. What else have I been reading?
I've been a reading machine this month for some reason.
Oh, I read. Hey, Shannon. I read The Viper by J.R. Ward. It was book number 3 in the prison camp series, like the spinoff. I mean, it was okay, honestly. I love Black Dagger Brotherhood. I will read anything J.R. Ward writes, but these ones just seem like not necessary.
Oh no, I was about to ask you, how do you like compared to the others? So not the same.
No. Yeah, no. And then I read, before that, I read Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton. And yeah, the only reason why I read that is because I saw a TikTok about it, about how she steals this shark person. Like, he studies sharks. He's not a shark person, but he studies sharks. She steals his identity, just to clear that up, because honestly, it could go either way with me.
Well, with the shifter romances, it could make sense.
Yeah. Like I said, it could go either way. Anyway, she steals his identity and he finds out and brings her back aboard the vessel to go watch the sharks. And he ends up having sex with her on the side of the boat with the sharks around and puts her head underwater because he's like, hey, I found out you stole from me. This is basically your punishment.
Excuse me?
I was like, oh wow, they're really doing that. So
they're going for it.
That is what I heard about the book, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna read it. That's fine. But everything turned out okay, and they fell in love, and it ended in an HEA. So.
Oh, that's great.
Shannon said you had me at shark person.
I wouldn't mind reading in Shark Shifter.
I wouldn't mind reading that either.
Nice. It's always good when there's an HEA. Yeah. All right, Alicia, I got a little bit of salad left. You're up. What are you reading? And then in the event that you finish what you're reading, what are you looking forward to in July?
I finished these 2 books for tonight, and then I am also reading There Is Something Sinister in Center Field, which is a middle grade by horror author Robert P. Atone, because I'm having an interview with him tomorrow evening. Yes.
Nice.
And he asked me to do it 3 days ago. I'm like, all right, I'm here. Thank goodness it's only 100 pages.
Yeah, middle grade. I didn't think it would be that very long. Long.
And it's very a la Goosebumps. The cover is very
oh, cool.
written in that Goosebumps scribe that you see, and it's really cute so far. And it's very New Jersey, New York specific, so it's really extra funny because that's where I grew up, so it makes it a little bit more interesting. And I've been reading the Villains series by Serena Valentino. It's a retelling of Disney villains.
Yeah.
I'm on
Yep.
book 5.
Book 5. Okay.
Mother Gothel?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, Mother Knows Best.
Yes, that's the one I'm on. That one seems to be the longest, so it's taking me a little bit, but I'm really enjoying it. They're fun.
Nice. Nice.
What do you guys
I think I
looking
read
forward
the first one, and the second one in that series, and I never really continued. But
they were fun as I was packing and unpacking stuff, just to have something playing in the background.
Yeah, absolutely. What I love about the physical copies of that book is that the
underneath.
the dust jacket has like their villain, and then if you open the dust jacket and see the naked cover, it's like their other.
Yeah, I have the whole series because someone gifted it to me over time last year, and the newest book is coming out in July, and it's Gaston's book.
Oh, okay, that's interesting because they already had Beast, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
cool.
Did you read Beast? I can't remember if you did. I remember.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Okay, because they have an interesting take on that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Alicia, I know you told me not to buy any books before my birthday, but speaking of naked covers, I bought this book, and it has this naked cover, and I love it so much.
Ooh, that's a full-on other cover.
I love that.
I'm gonna butcher the name, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put it up here and let you guys figure it out.
Okay. Nice.
Really I always like the name Odette.
Odette.
Yeah, I don't know why. I've always loved that name.
Oh, I'm missing stuff. Interview. Shannon says that's a nice detail. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so before we get into what we're wanting to read for July, now that I finished eating, I can now tell you about what I read, which hasn't been a lot, but there's reasons. So obviously finished these 2 books as well. I finished a book called Cruel Illusions. It was one of my special edition books. Let me see if I can figure out who wrote it.
Is that the red cover?
Mm-hmm. It was, I mean,
you gave it like a 3.
Bad. Yeah.
You just weren't in the mood for it?
So long. And I was listening to the audiobook, so I was hoping that it would go by a little bit quicker.
That's my complaint about a lot of books is they're too long nowadays.
Yeah, this one was by Margie Fuston. It's a real interesting concept. I feel like it was repetitive and that it just went on forever. So yeah, I definitely say check it out, but also wasn't my favorite book. I'm glad it was a standalone, because if it had continued, I may not have continued it. But it had a nice ending. It had just a feel-good feeling at the end. Basically, this girl's mom was killed by a vampire, but then was she killed by a vampire? And then there was like this whole magical element, which is very cool. And then it kind of turned into a little bit of like the Hunger Games-esque of like, only one person could get like the power of immortality, and her goal was to win so that she could then go and hunt vampires to avenge her mother. So it had like a kind of good feel to it, but at the same time, she just was young. Cruel Illusions.
Oh, okay. That really sounded like The Serpent and the Wings of Night.
I mean, maybe that one was a better version of it. And
very similar
concept.
Plot. Yeah.
I did pick up again Ruthless Vows. No, I have not finished it, but I'm probably like 60-ish% of the way through, and I plan to finish it before my cruise. The problem is,
and I read it so fast thinking that you were going to finish it before any of us. I read it so fast.
So I picked up this book by Megan Quinn.
Oh, yeah.
It's the first book she's ever written, guys.
And I like the cover.
Yeah, well, this is her 10th anniversary edition. But dear God, like from where she is here to where she is now, night and day difference. And I am only so grateful because honestly, if this wasn't Megan Quinn, I would have DNF'd this book probably within the first chapter. Because it just, I hate some of the people.
What about the reason?
there's so many points. Like I literally have the review ready to go. Like I wrote it by chapter like 4 because there were so many things that irritated me. I might have to revise it a little bit, but also not. And Alicia, I beg you, never read this book. You will hate it so much. Like the main character, if you don't like some of her other female characters,
Is she a pick me?
oh my God, she's just so
Grade 8.
She's just dumb. She's like dumb.
I hate dumb
degree.
heroines. They're the worst.
And then to the same point of that, like there's so many characters, we have so many POVs, and then like there's dumb nicknames. Like he calls her Pipsqueak all the time, and then it was just I like
so that's not a term of endearment.
Grated on my nerves. And then she has problems because her ex-boyfriend cheated on her, well, her ex-fiance cheated on her, and he always makes her feel really bad. So she has self-concern issues or self-confidence issues, and I'm just like, I don't need this. I need you to hear what he's saying and see what his actions are and to trust him. But at the same time, like, she wishy-washy, going back and forth. Oh, you know, he says this, but does he really mean it? Maybe he's still with his ex-girlfriend. And I'm just like, for the love of God, he's literally giving you a key to his house. He's told you he wants to marry you. Understand that he loves you.
Just
sorry.
Sometimes.
The obtuseness is what bothers you. Hi,
Vina. Oh my gosh. A book a day? I'd never survive.
How long are they?
Yeah, but you got it. Book a day. Everyone's just, Nicole, you used to be a book a day all the time.
I know. Now I'm just like, who was that person? I don't even know.
Behind you, I have to ask. Okay, the pink books, are you talking about these ones or are you talking about these ones? Because I'll just tell you both of you. So Megan Quinn came out with some illustrated editions of the Agitator series, but she put Bodice Ripper covers on here. Yeah. So
I love the coverage.
And then there's this one. This is the first one. And then I do have the other ones, but these two are my favorite of the series. So I was just like, we're going to put these on here. And as much as I hate the donkey in the freaking this... I actually do like this. The Bodice Ripper covers are stunning. I have not yet got the other one, and I keep checking her website like all the time because I'm ready to buy them. But then, yeah.
I'm ready to buy them.
So, yeah. And then if you're talking about these books over here, these are Stephanie Garber's Once Upon a Broken Heart series.
Oh, the other one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How is that one? Because I'm curious about that one. Caraval didn't work for me, but I'm curious about that series.
If you didn't like Caraval, I don't think you'll like these.
Okay. That basically was the question. Got it.
Great.
I've only read the first one, but I also want to keep going with them. So that's why they're over here. Because I'm like, if they're not over here, they're on my other shelf and I will ignore it.
Yep.
Got it.
Your left. Okay, well, they would have been these ones. I was just like, my left. Everything's backwards for me too, so that also doesn't help.
Her covers are gorgeous.
Yeah, they are.
I love a good Bodice Ripper.
They're supposed to be a Bodice Ripper version, so yeah.
Speaking of, they just Evie Mitchell just released the Not My Type, and what was the other one?
Oh my gosh, I don't even remember.
There's like Bodice Ripper versions of those two. And then the third one's finally coming out in October.
Darn it all.
I had it pre-ordered. The minute you texted me that it was up, I'm like pre-ordering that so she doesn't take it away.
True.
But they're so expensive. They're $25 for less than like 200 pages. And I'm like,
yeah, I know. That's an ebook. That's an ebook for me. Until she has like a super
I would love like a big bind up of all three with the art.
Yeah. All right. So, do we want to talk about what we're thinking about reading at all, or just get right into
the July?
Yeah.
For July. I really want to do a Christmas in July, but read like nothing but Christmas month.
I
Oh,
support this. And if you find any good smut, send them my way so I know what to read in December.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, I want to read the fourth for the Christmas Tree Farm? Fourth or fifth?
oh yeah, because I got that one. Maybe I'll read that on the cruise for sure. As soon as I finish this dumb book over here, and I'm working on it, guys. I think I can have it done tonight. I'm totally starting. This is War, which is the 5th Agitator book series. I also wonder, like, should I wait for vacation? But also, I don't have that kind of strength, so
No need to
that's
wait.
definitely on my TBR. So nice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shoot.
The cover just looks really stunning.
I am going on a cruise. I will be gone pretty much all of July. Luckily, my cat sitter will be here, and my cats will be taken care of 24/7 because they're divas and they deserve nothing but the best.
Speaking of cats, you'll like this cover.
That's too funny. Why is that cat like that?
It's a spoof on like 007. So instead of the man taking over the evil corporation, it's his cat.
They would.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, so that's one, and then I'll probably, as much as I hate it, continue to try and finish this series. But I might have Alexa start reading it to me because it's a rough one. But then yeah, I'll finish Ruthless Vows. I gotta finish that one before I go. And then in a perfect world, if I finish all of those, the next book in my series is this one. And look,
that's my favorite cover.
Oh my god, the cat.
I know.
No.
So yeah, just slowly making my way down the line because eventually the 3rd book is this one, and I have to read it so that I can make it my picture of like best cover, because honestly, there's nothing that's stopping this.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Hello.
This reminds me of that Johanna Lindsay book where he's totally just.
Oh, I've been trying to find the not covered up the bum one, and that's hard to find.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, nice. I will. I'm gonna attempt to keep the Kindle streak strong. It's gonna get interesting though, because I will only have Wi-Fi on one device. So I think it still tracks it on my Kindle when I come back to the world, but also I'm probably going to try to read like a few pages on my phone that has
on your phone.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it'll track it. It'll track it for sure.
So then I don't have to worry about that. So yeah, the Kindle streak will go strong. Yes.
Wait, where are you going again? I can't remember.
Iceland.
I'm so jealous.
If everyone could just pray for some, calm North Atlantic waters for 3 days, that would be super.
Have you been on North Sea TikTok?
No, and I will refuse to be on there for, some really terrifying reasons.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, it'll be on a cruise ship.
Yep, as long as the waters aren't too bad, I think I'll be fine. But I do need to look into like those pressure things and possibly the things. The only thing I've heard about the things that you put behind your ears is that they can trigger vertigo, which I'm not necessarily a fan of. So I think I'm going to try and do the little wristbands.
The patches work really well for me. The wristbands, they only work for like a couple of days for me, because then the longer you keep them on, the longer you just have like a permanent indent in your wrist and it's no longer effective. So the reason why it's like it works is because of the pressure point. But once you already have like, you get that little indent, it's no longer applying the same pressure as if you first put it on. So it's not effective for a long period of time. So I really like the patches. Just don't touch them and then touch your eyes, because you can go blind.
Oh my God. Okay, good to know. Thanks.
So just put like a piece that, like, when you put like the patch on, obviously wash your hands, but then also put like some like surgical tape over it, so it's still kind of like waterproof, but then you don't accidentally touch it, because you'll be surprised how many times you accidentally touch the back of your freaking ear.
Smart. Yeah. And I would only honestly wear it for those 3 days at sea, because as long as we're around the coast, it's usually pretty smooth anyways. So it's really just those 3 days between Ireland and Iceland.
I'm so jealous. Can I go in your duffel bag?
You can try,
And
but
yeah, and I would
Um,
also take Dramamine too.
Yeah.
Take it
Dramamine
at
is
night.
the only thing that doesn't make me puke.
Yeah, Dramamine at night so you can sleep off the drowsy but still be effective.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll definitely have wipes and watch major services. Although the cruise that we're going on, Princess Cruises, they have some pretty, like, they clean every day, so they're pretty good about that. Oh yeah, no, I saw someone try shark once and I was like, that's a hard pass. I don't really eat much that's not like normal food, so
Lutefisk.
Can you turn off the bathroom light?
yeah. Okay. See, I don't get, knock on wood, I don't get motion sickness unless if I'm in a car and we're going around windy roads and I'm looking down at a book. If I can look straight ahead, or if I'm, yeah.
And you've been on a
okay
cruise
also.
before, right? Yeah.
Yeah, just not that many days at sea. So that's my only thing. With the front desk. Yeah, I'll probably want to try and get that before though, because they'll probably charge you out the ass for it. But yeah,
An arm and a leg, for sure.
definitely something that we want to try to do beforehand. But yeah, thanks everyone for being excited for me. Just
A little bit before
all of July, send out good, calm weather vibes. That'd be super. But let's talk about the one that we probably all remember the least. This is going to be Innocent Witness. Okay, so who was in this one? Was this the one with
Haley?
Finn?
Yeah, Haley and Finn and Gage and Parker.
Oh my god, I loved Parker so much, especially at
the end.
Sorry, we went there. We went right to the end.
Jumping right to the end. I was like, if she doesn't adopt them both, I will throw this book somewhere. But she did, so it was great.
I was so happy about that. And then they get the puppy.
I like that you're seeing that more in romances now. That it just doesn't have to be the stereotypical like pregnancy ending.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I like that they had the adoption in this one. I like that he wasn't that like young. He was a little bit older, because you don't see that very often. And he seemed like such a good kid. Honestly, there were a couple times when he was just, I have a few. What are the words?
Highlights.
Thank you. But yeah, there was one that was just, it's so good. Why doesn't it tell me that I have any highlights?
Because I did it on my Kindle and my post-its for book 1 didn't pop up, but like my highlights for book 2 popped up. So
I open the book, it will be. Oh, I'm missing so many things. Okay, I got that one. Oh, okay. Good to know. We do every time. There's no way that we can't.
It wouldn't be us if we didn't.
Yeah. But he had such a sad background too. I was so bummed for him. It's like he couldn't catch a break.
Gage?
Yeah.
Yeah, both his parents died.
And then when they told us the backstory for how that happened, like gut wrenching.
I know they weren't going to go on a date because they couldn't find a babysitter. And then he was like, go. I'm old enough to take care of myself. And then that, oh God, that's rough.
What really upset me more?
The guilt.
Yeah. Oh. What really upset me more was the shitty foster home.
Oh my God.
That just genuinely, like, because you see it a lot, that pisses me off just in general.
Like, when she was like, oh, well, I haven't seen him in a few days. And she's like, well, you keep cashing checks. So, like, what the heck?
Oh, that makes me so mad.
Sorry, Liz, to hear people aren't feeling better. Hopefully everyone's better now. But yeah,
Hunter is not going down for a nap, obviously.
Buddy, come on. But my first highlight was Dean got back with his ex, Nicole. They're engaged now. And I said, Nicole, I know her.
I highlighted it too.
Let's see. I don't have a note for this one other than a bunch of hearts.
I'll be right back.
I mean it, Haley. If you ever need anything, you call me. You can call me. Whether you're having a hard time and just want someone to listen, or you need a background check on your date, maybe help opening a jar or reaching a high shelf. She laughed. Let me guess, you're my man. I will always be your man, he said. And
I
I was
know.
like, that's so cute.
But also when she's like, they're 25, I'm like,
yeah, they were a little bit
they
younger. I
didn't
forgot
they didn't
that.
read 20. I don't mean this as a bad thing, but they didn't read 25.
No, true. Well, and I think that's part of like the farm that they grew up on, having that not harsher just experience, but they did. Like they
Yeah.
were surrounded by just people who had it rough. So I think they kind of had to grow up a little bit fast. So yeah, it didn't bother me, but I agree with what you're saying.
It didn't bother me, but when they said it out loud that he's 25, I was like, wait.
What? I thought the same
Yeah,
thing
I
with
thought
Lincoln
maybe
in the
like
next book.
32.
Oh. And then this one, okay, what did I say? Haley raised a chicken finger and pointed at him. The waitress is hitting on you, just like the host is. It's blatant and rude. We could be here together.
Period.
Yeah. He furrowed his brow. What? You're an actual detective, Finn. You literally paid to notice details, yet you're oblivious. How is that possible? Finn leaned forward, shamelessly enjoying her undivided attention and hint of possessiveness in her tone. Probably because all I see is you right now. And then my comment was #dead. And then little lovey eyes, because I thought it was so freaking cute.
Hello.
It was a swoon-worthy moment. Honestly, it did make me
Swoon.
think a little bit about Twilight vibes, and I know that Julie and Lindsay actually read Twilight and got kind of, I think that was what it was, that she got inspired, and that's how she kind of picked up writing. So if that's where it came from, I mean, I freaking love it. So yeah.
I'm back.
Hi, Nicole.
Everything okay with little man? Or is he fighting it?
No. He's fighting it. He also pooped his diaper, so that's good.
That'll do it.
But, yeah, if we try to put him down now and then try to wake him for dinner around 7, he'll be a holy terrorist. So I might as well just keep him awake.
Maybe he'll go back early.
Yeah, when he doesn't take a nap when we come home, we put him to bed earlier. So.
Nice. All right then. Liz, I hope your family is sending you all healthy vibes. Because they had some sick.
You feel better.
They're still on antibiotics. All right, next one. I don't have very many for this book. So emotion crumpled her features. Morning, Mama, she said, voice cracking. Oh, that's right. When she went home, this is the first time that she's seeing everyone. I was like, okay. Anyways, sweet girl, his mama said. A moment before engulfing her in a hug, a lump formed in Finn's throat as his father welcomed her back too. Working this case without getting his heart broken again without getting his heart broken again in the process was quickly disappearing as an option. And then I said, why are ninjas chopping onions nearby? Because that one, it got me in the feels, guys.
Right in the feels.
Why do I have this? I think I highlighted too much. Okay, I'm not waiting alone out here like a sitting duck, she said. I'll take my chances with whatever is going on in there, right beside a trained lawman with a gun. And I said, smart woman.
Smart.
Why didn't you call or text to let us know you were okay? The rich, salty scent of warm grilled cheese, reached her nose and she stiffened. Are you cooking? Austin's wide smile. Oh, that's right. This was when she found out that Gage was there. And I said, hallelujah. Because if he didn't show up.
Oh yeah, because he was like in her house. Yeah. Remember that.
I love that he was just like cooking and then not a thought about it. It's just, there we go.
I'm making a grilled cheese or whatever it was.
Oh yeah.
That's what your kid responds though, is to make a grilled cheese. That was the first thing I learned that I got.
Yeah. Grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Yes.
Some people have it with ketchup, which I get, but also tomato soup is where it's at.
If you think about it, I do mustard. I'm not a ketchup person.
I'm now thinking that like a stone ground mustard would be really good with that. So
it's delicious.
Give it to you. All right, these two are related, but basically, chapter 12, the door opened and Finn's eyes met hers with alarm. What happened? She asked, fear swirling in her anxious heart and muddled mind. Gage is missing. I was like, Parker. He always goes back for Parker. I was like, I remember that line. I know for sure that you find Parker, you find Gage. And then literally like 2 pages later, Finn leaned closer, peering at the strip of black and white images in her hand. That's Parker. And I go, I knew it, because they were looking at clues in his room of where he could possibly have gone. Oh, yeah, and this is when they started asking questions around, and these kids were like, yeah, it was an old rich dude. How old? He shrugged. I don't know, 30. And I was like, well,
Oh,
now?
hurtful. That was unnecessary.
Right?
Hurtful.
And then, I misspelled that. So everybody's hiding something, but most of the things we get squirrely about as individuals are irrelevant outside our heads. And I said, I feel called out, but also so true, because half the time I worry about something, nobody else is thinking about it. It's just in my own head.
Yeah, same.
Everett followed you down the drive because he had someplace to be. Was the shooting about you and Haley or him? Oh yeah, this is when they went to go interview the husband, and I was just like, the husband was hella suspicious. So in my mind, I was just like, oh my God, maybe he called on someone and he's like, we got to rush him out now so that they can shoot at them and then make it look like they were shooting at me. And then, I get off, but it also wasn't that guy. And then this is just what they named the dog. I thought was hilarious. His name is Sir Barks-a-Lot, Parker announced. I'm not calling him that, Lincoln said, swinging Parker under one arm like a football. That was it. Those were my notes. Do you guys have anything? Did you highlight anything? I actually highlighted way more than I thought.
It didn't show up on my Kindle, which is irritating me.
I was really just trying to get the book finished.
Okay, let's see here.
But my highlights for the 4th book popped up, so I don't know what's going on.
Those. Oh no. Rude. How do kids get us sick? That's not nice.
Kids are petri dishes, even though you love them.
That is a lot to handle, that one.
I've never been, like, when I moved back home, I got sick constantly because the kids come home from daycare, and it's like just germs.
Her writing is really smooth. I know she had a lot going on this last year, so in my mind, like, there's always kind of like a worry, is it going to impact the writing? But I think it was like top notch. So she's a freaking amazing freaking amazing woman.
So good.
If it makes me feel better, 2, and I got 4 days to.
I've got 8 on so far. I don't know why, but my brain.
I like to get. Yeah. I hear you there. True. Oh, I love it so much. But yeah, so that was Innocent Witness by Julianne Lindsay. The next book, honestly, I don't know if I've written my review for this yet, but I did.
Holy crap.
Sorry. Nicole, I'm sorry, but this is my favorite book in the series. So step on over.
It's my favorite book in the series as well. This is the book we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for Lincoln and Josie since the beginning. So it's totally fine.
And Lincoln's my favorite brother. It seems like he's not.
Yes.
About him.
Story. I just so really loved how it's not just a romantic suspense. It's also an age gap. It's also a workplace romance because she's his boss.
Yeah.
Like,
I like that turnaround too. It wasn't the guy being the boss.
Right. And I didn't expect anything less from Julie. So.
Yeah. Oh, both of these are 5 stars, by the way. And if any of you write anything different, you're all going to hell. Sorry. Just opinion. Just want to get that out there. But yeah,
wow.
I freaking love this book so much.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
I don't even know where to start. I mean, I can read some of the things that I wrote. So
yes, do it.
Guess we'll just start there and then we can find things to talk about. So I'm sorry for not being able to read out loud because I just have problems, but deal with it. So his
Okay.
moss green eyes and barely there smile were the sexiest of icings on the sweetest possible cake. He hid his big, squishy teddy bear heart behind terse words and sharp tones, but she knew the truth. She saw it every day, and she was hopelessly lost because of that knowledge. Now there was only one man for her, and he'd never know it was him. And I said, that's both devastating and beautiful. I was just like, that.
Beautiful.
Oh, it was. Oh, I'm missing things. Strong, exactly. I'm good. Glad, because sometimes I have some find some good ones. All right, so chapter 2. You're mad, she said. I knew you would be. His brow furrowed. I'm not mad. Tell your face. That's basically my comment, was me laughing, because I thought that was
well, that's the truth though. I'm the opposite. Like if I'm upset, you can tell my face. Like my face speaks before I do.
Oh yeah. Well, I think that's what she was getting at.
It's so annoying.
Oh, it's true. Ooh, here's another one, very similar. So based on the stacks of her favorite romantic suspense novels dotting every flat surface from desk to windowsill, her deep fascination with cowboys was no longer a secret. She cringed. At least he didn't know he'd been the one to kickstart that particular fantasy. And I did a little side-eye smirk for that one, because I was just like, yeah, he doesn't know because he's a clueless man.
Right.
Oh my God. And this line, I'm sure one of you guys highlighted it. Should we shower first? Josie stopped abruptly. What do you mean? So like that he definitely meant shower separately, but the way that he said it, I was just like, oh, Julie,
Yeah.
that was just chef's kiss. I loved it so much.
Oh, yeah. And even though like these are like closed door, romances, the kissing scene with her on the counter.
Yeah. So like you don't always need the full sex scene. It's still
Yeah, they didn't do it in this one. I was just like, rude, but also like times where I was just like, I feel like this was some other books I read. Oh, okay.
I love this quote of she thanked her lucky star she put her laundry away. I'm like, I feel that. Like laundry's never fully put away.
If you live like not even just by yourself, like when not random people, but randomly come over, like it's not planned, I do have anxiety because I'm like, hello, this is how I really live.
That's why people like can't do pop-ups. Like I'm like, you need to tell me, because like the clothes I wear in my house are not clothes that I want people seeing me in most of the time. Like they're usually my sweatpants.
Oh my gosh. And when they had to pretend to be boyfriend, girlfriend, and that kiss. I can't even. Hi! Look at that smile.
Oh, don't hit the keyboard.
Like, I'm gonna start typing for you, Mom.
Say hi.
Yes. There's a highlight that's just for that comment for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's excited to hear it. We're getting there, buddy. Oh, and then here's another one where I just had emoji faces. I don't care what you wear or don't wear, he said. The word's too sharp. His voice too low. And I did a little sign, like a little red face. Oh, you can't tell. It's too bright. Are you tickling him?
I was, yeah.
Oh, and I like this one where she was telling him essentially like, we're gonna have to be a little bit like together, and everyone was so respectful of him, like not wanting to dig in his personal space. And so she's like, permission to cling, and I was like, yes, 1,000 times yes, cling away.
But I like the question. It wasn't just assumed.
They all did that too, the mom, and he said like, I don't need them to do anymore. But it was like devastating how something so small would trigger him, and then like she just knew how to calm him down, and they did it to each other, and I really liked that.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this one. Josie's eyes narrowed. Did you think I'd break into Tara's place? Finn flipped up both palms in innocence. No, ma'am. I trust you implicitly. His gaze drifted to Lincoln. It's my brother who makes asking necessary. Josie turned her focus to Lincoln. You break into homes? I can. You have. And I was just like, the banter between all the brothers and sisters, brothers is just the best.
That's what I love. Like, it goes back to, I know we read them last year, but the Bromance Book Club. I preferred the like love of the friendship over some of the romances.
True. Yeah. Everyone's loving him. I know. I probably should have just waited until he was off camera.
The giggle. I was like, I love you, Jen, but I'm not paying attention. Baby's giggling. I'm gone.
Oh, that's fine.
Say hi.
Hunter, who am I? Is it Auntie JenJen? You can't hear me because you have your headphone in. I don't even know why I tried.
Say hi.
Hi. You can't come through the screen to see me. Plus, your mom's allergic
he wants to touch
so
the keyboard.
No, he wants to come through the screen and see me.
Oh, jeez.
Sure, Jen.
Yesterday he fell and hit his face on the entertainment center, and so he crunched his nose pretty good. Yeah,
buddy.
But it's pretty. It looks better today.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah,
writing
Cassie
sprint.
and I are doing some writing sprints this weekend. Joe's going to be
I'm
out
so
of town,
excited.
so as soon as he goes down for bed, we're gonna be writing. So yeah.
I will be there.
Yeah, hoping.
This is a really long, like, page and a half, so I'm not going to do it. But basically, it's when Josie was like, Finn, cover your ears. And then they talked about breaking into a home. And then he's just like,
I'm gonna bring my library books back.
Yes.
Yeah, that was one of my highlights too.
Oh, I thought that was hilarious. And then this one, it's so true, but also it was a funny moment between the brothers. So basically Finn goes, here, he pulled sets of blue plastic gloves from his pockets and passed one pair to Josie and another to Lincoln. Put these on and don't touch anything. Why would I put them on if I don't plan to touch anything? I was like, that's really, honestly,
that sounds like me and my brother going back and forth. It sounds like me and my brother.
Oh, and then I had one kind of clue pan out where the key, I was just like, I bet it's a locker to the gym because they had the picture of the brother. Wrong gym, but also I was right. So you know what? Winning.
And I don't know if anybody has this highlighted, but I appreciated that he acknowledged her previous relationship with the girl's brother. And didn't make it like a thing of like,
it didn't affect his ego because he's not that type of man.
Right. And I like that because that's usually like the go-to is like, I can't picture anybody with you that's not me, or that stupid.
Or the jealousy.
Yeah. It was like,
how dare you have a past?
It made him uncomfortable, but he understood.
Yeah. Exactly.
Which I appreciated.
The end when they found her friend Tara and they were in that, oh my God. I was like, they basically were making her fight. They were making her fight to exhaustion until she could literally not stand up anymore. She was like broken ribs, broken hands, broken everything. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, this
and
one
and the rat thing. I'm like, oh.
I mean, if you're
I don't know.
Live or die situation, it's just like, okay, well, I've got nothing worse going on. It's either death or follow the rats. I guess I'm gonna take the lesser of two evils. Let's go, rats. I was just glad they didn't like eat them because that was my worry that, like, for food they'd have to get to that point, and I was like, please don't. Like, Julie, I thank you for not going there. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah. They made a comment. They go, the farmhands reached the stable. Community Days banners draped over crooked arms. The event would be back again soon, and the ranch would be filled with visitors. Not something Lincoln could bring himself to worry about at the moment. And I go, visitors, kidnappers, killers. You might want to worry about this, Lincoln. Because I knew for sure. I was just like, that's exactly where it's going to happen. Yeah. Let's see. This is really long, so I'm not going to write it. Oh my God. After they had their makeout session and then she put his shirt on and then the brother came over, I was like,
why is that so attractive? But it is.
Yeah. Knew it.
And I love their reaction when he's like, yeah, I have feelings for her. And he's expecting them all to get pissed. And they're just like, we know. Move on.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. I'm going to read these two because they're funny. Well, the first one's just a thought. So apparently the only safe place for Josie these days was Beaumont Ranch. And I said, not for long. Because it was getting to that point. And I was like, it's not
We're
going to
hitting
be
that
safe
point in the book.
So this goes back to your comment earlier, Liz. The memory was intoxicating, but instead of kissing her senseless, when he imagined her in his kitchen once more, the fantasy version of himself lowered to one knee. He pushed away the thought. They weren't even dating. How could he think about a proposal? And I go, oh, a proposal. Yeah, because I was not thinking about a proposal when he got done.
I was thinking that same thing.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, oh.
He's too much of a gentleman, but at the same time, I was just like, oh,
Come
my
on.
mind went to the worst place. Good job, Julie. Because I know that you wrote that specifically that way because you knew everybody was thinking dirty thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then Josie was gone to fight Tara, whatever her name is, in a fight for her life. I assumed they were going to pit the two against each other. Like, I legitimately thought that we were going to get to the point where they had to, like, beatbox each other. Grateful that wasn't the case.
I literally just thought you said beatbox each other.
Oh, I think I did, but also,
like,
yeah.
What are they going to do? That was funny.
Gosh.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. No, you're good. We're getting towards the end. So, fresh panic and fear scratched at Josie's mind. Lincoln, she whispered, the name rolling off her tongue. Was he okay? Where was he now? And my thought was probably getting ready to burn the whole fucking world down to find you. Just saying, because he would have. He literally was ready to go guns a-blazing and just murder everybody so that he could get Josie back.
Murder everybody. Yes, please.
And then like the whole little thing with the family where he's like, I love her. And he was expecting everyone to be like, oh no, you can't. And they're all like, about
like,
time you figured this out.
Yeah.
And then Lincoln goes, what? We knew, Finn said, waving a hand around, indicating the whole team. We talk about it all the time. I was just like, oh man, that's embarrassing, but all true.
I feel that from being from a big family, like sometimes you're just like, why do you all like think my personal life is conversation? Like, please stop.
But then he's like, well, how do you know? And his mother made a low humming noise that sounded like, bless your heart, sweetie.
Yeah.
We have eyes. And I'm like, I've had eyes on you two from book one. Like, I have been dying for these moments.
Right?
Oh, and then the part where he got shot, and then Finn was like, I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about me. I have to go back and tell Mom that you got shot. Who's going to save me from her?
And then he hurt himself by laughing.
Yeah.
That was...
Oh. But I do like in this one that he didn't necessarily always have a gun, but he was always still willing to protect her. Because it's always the thing where it's just like, oh, he protected her. He's going to like shoot someone down. But at this point, she actually did it first. She shot someone to save him. I was like, way to go, you.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I missed a lot. So, okay. Do you guys have thoughts? I'm going to try and catch up on some of these comments.
I think you nailed it.
Caught them all.
I think you got it.
Way to go. That's awesome to be reading or writing. Oh, God, I can't even say words. Nice. Ooh.
Hunter can open doors now, so
that's not good. Hunter.
Oh, no.
Hunter.
Blazes are hard to find.
Blaze are under. They need to bring that back. Instead of taking lines away, like the desire lines, which I'm still pissed about.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody was thinking.
Nobody was.
No.
Nobody.
Shows you how quickly my brain goes in the gutter, though.
Yeah. I think I did say beatbox, I'm gonna be honest. But you guys all knew what I meant.
Beatbox.
It's growing up so fast. Afterglow.
Yeah, they do that. My little sister will be 3 in like 2 days.
Oh my gosh. Unacceptable. Don't they know that they can't get older?
I know. I'm
or
like,
bigger
stop it.
than
And
Lily's
now my little brother's favorite thing to do, they figured out that they could take my dad's phone and video call me. So
fit.
I'll get
Okay, that would be fun
random
to
video
come back
calls.
to. But yeah, that was the books. Those were the ones that we've read. So that was really awesome. I'm excited to finish this Megan Quinn book so I can get to a better Megan Quinn book.
Was
really
there a loose group book for July? I couldn't remember if we discussed one.
I think you and Liz had mentioned a Harlequin book. I could not commit to that. So I don't have a loose book for this month.
I was just curious. I couldn't remember if we decided one or not.
I
Because
don't
I'm
think
trying to make
so.
sure I have it. Because I have so much on deck for July. It's not even funny. You guys are going to get tired of seeing my face.
2 books so far. Okay.
I
Words.
DNF'd happily this year. I don't have time for it. I DNF'd a, you'll find this funny, Nicole. I DNF'd a nonfiction that was about Mr. Darcy.
What?
Wait, listen, because the woman's thesis was every piece of shit man that we fall for is because of Mr. Darcy. Nicole, I've never rage quit a book so much in my life. I was so like, she was like, I don't even like Pride and Prejudice, but she's doing a whole like book about why Pride and Prejudice is important, but she doesn't like Jane Austen.
Yeah.
I'm like, Miss Ma'am, why?
Not okay. Darcy.
I listened to 2 hours of it and I was so angry I almost threw it across the room. I was so mad.
Liz, I will definitely read Iron Flame. I plan to read actually Fourth Wing and Iron Flame again closer to the end of the year because book 3, Onyx Storm, comes out in January.
I haven't read the second one yet. I
would hold off until closer to the end of the year so that you have it all fresh in your mind. Amari 3, I think I ended up liking the end of book 2, so maybe.
Yeah, it comes out in like 2 months, I think. September or the end of August or something.
Maybe. I don't know. I wasn't tracking it. There's another one that we read, the Sing Me to Sleep,
Hunter,
the Gabby Burton one. I
That
think
comes
the
out in
second
October.
one, October. So I would say that one.
He shut himself in his room so I could talk through the monitor, and he's like, "I'm here." So
he's like, come get me. Dead Leaves, I don't know if I can commit to that at the moment. I would love to read that. I actually have the first one. I just haven't gotten to it yet. But yeah, it sounds like everyone for July would be nice to just not have a book.
Yeah, I just wanted to double check because I have a lot planned because I'm doing Jane Austen July. So I have a lot planned for that stuff.
Yeah.
So speaking of July, and then to wrap up kind of on time, our next TBR, tackling the TBR, we're just going to kind of continue this because I don't not want to get together. I do like chatting with everybody, hearing what everyone's reading. So a month from now, it's the last Wednesday of July. It's also Nicole's happy birthday. We're going to get together again and just see how everything happened. I'll tell you about my trip. Hopefully all good stories.
Hopefully.
And then, yeah, we'll just get together and chit chat then. Just deciding what to hold off on. True. I mean, if you get to it, I would say go for it. I still haven't even gotten to Lure Olympus. It was high on my list. I want to read it, but
I haven't gotten it yet either. But I have the first 5. I think I do. The bind-ups.
1, 2. I have 6 actually. September 17th. So yeah, maybe Amari, we would have to do that in October then because we would it might be too fast of a turnaround. Although I might want to go ahead and put that on my list ASAP. Yeah, and the exciting thing is it actually falls on Nicole's birthday. So if she decides to give us her presents here, it would be her actual birthday. And we'll have to sing it in less than 10 seconds so that we don't get copyrighted.
Thank you.
It does, yeah. Yeah, true. That is also true. The Olympics are going to be starting, so there's things that we're going to have that kind of conflict. Right now, I'm really going off a hockey high because I was into those Stanley Cup Finals.
I told you
Woo!
they get insane.
I honestly love most sports when they're in playoffs because they're aggressive. And game 1 and 2, I was having rough
Hockey
days at
players
work.
don't give a shit. That's why I love
Oh, no.
hockey. They'll beat the shit out of each other, and it's great.
But I was having some rough days at work, and I really just wanted to punch a hole in the wall. So to see a grown man throw another grown man into a wall really made me feel better. So, yeah. Yeah. Ooh, what's the name of it? Oh, Nicole already
Ooh,
asked.
that sounds interesting.
I was like,
Please,
an Olympic themed book. I have so many questions.
please tell me.
Let the
Oh,
games begin. Heard.
Ooh.
Story grab.
Googling.
it shouldn't, because they're 8 hours ahead. No, maybe they're 9 hours. France, I think, is 9 hours, so it should not be a huge conflict. But yeah, we'll keep it 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, if that works for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Summer Olympics. Ooh, swimmers, even better. I'm here for it. Does anyone else have anything they want to share, talk about? Should we just call it? How's everyone feeling? Any thoughts, comments, concerns? Speak now or forever hold your pieces. Well, I go ahead and attempt to say this. It always feels like it should take so long, but it's not. So here we go. Thank you, everyone, for joining, whether you're watching live or later. Don't forget to like. Thank you, Nicole, for joining us back on your channel. Thank you, Alicia, for co-hosting. Our next live stream is a month from now. I think that's literally everything. I always feel like it should be more, but
And I'll be having a Sense and Sensibility discussion on the 28th of July.
oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and then don't forget about tomorrow on Alicia's channel. We'll just end
You'll
off
get
on here.
tired of seeing my face this week. I'm everywhere.
Never. So yeah, there's something
Everywhere.
centered and center field by Robert P. Atone. Is that how you say it?
That's all. Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and check out that on her channel. I once again want to thank you all for joining us tonight, and I hope you all have a great evening. We'll see you in a month.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.